All right, welcome everyone to another stream. As always, we'll take a look at Bitcoin at the very start and we'll go through some low cap altcoins as well. And let me know if everything works fine, if the audio's fine, if the quality is fine, and we'll start with Bitcoin. So taking a look at Bitcoin's price chart, as you can see, I do have 4 different charts. So let's start on the monthly real quick and let's zoom out. So as you can see, all of these trend lines here are the halvings. So we are just a few days away, well, a few months away from the halving, less than a year. And, time is ticking. We have the window opportunity is shortening, so we have to start taking advantage of these cheap prices, because at some point all of this is going to be like a dream, right? Because remember, people who did not buy into the March 2020 dump, they were sorry that they didn't buy at that time during the 2021 bull market. And the exact same thing is going to be playing out over here, and everyone who did not buy in right now is going to be buying it at higher prices, which is fine by me, because we do need those kind of people to pump the markets. All right, welcome everyone to the live stream. Let me know if everything is working fine, and we'll take a look at some of your altcoins as well. All right, now we're covering Bitcoin. Feel free to start the live stream from the very beginning if you've missed out on anything, but we just started essentially. So yeah, this is the monthly chart. As soon as we get to the halving from here, I'm expecting a very, very similar situation. As you can see, every time we've had the halving, we've had a massive, massive move to the upside. So this is exactly what I'll be looking for. Maybe we'll see a peak sometime in May 2025. So that is a possibility. And if I switch over to the next chart that we have, so we have a few, like I said, I like to keep things fresh on every single time frame. So let's jump into the weekly here, and let's take a look at this time frame. So we are on the weekly, and as you can see, we have some sort of an ascending channel here, and we just bounced off of the support. So if you take a look at the weekly chart here, every time a candle was closed above that green support trend line, we had a massive move to the upside. For example, 2019, we had that move into July, August, and this is exactly what I'll be expecting this September/August. I'm going to be expecting another bull trap where we have a move to the upside and everyone thinks we're back in the bull market. But we're going to see a correction and everyone's going to be, wow, everyone's going to go bearish instantly. And getting closer to the end of the year, that's approximately when I think we're going to start moving into the next pump. With the halving coming in April or May 2024, I think the prices are obviously going to start flying from there. And once again, December, November 2022, we had this massive move to the downside here, and we closed the candles above the green support trend line. So that was a perfect entry for anyone looking to buy Bitcoin or any altcoins, really, because we've seen a lot of altcoins perform really well after December and November. So this is the weekly chart, and if you are going to be targeting this channel up pattern, you could be looking at, let's see, May, April 2025, and that would be around $200,000. So that could be a bit too much, in my opinion. That could be a bit too much, because I'm targeting $120,000 to $150,000. We'll see how it goes. But if we get to 150, I'm probably going to be, leaving all of my altcoins and selling the positions right then and there. I might leave some just in case we have another move to the upside, just to ride the wave. But 150K per Bitcoin is going to be the peak, in my opinion, or around that price. Obviously, we can't know the exact price. No one knew where we were going to peak out in 2021. We ended up peaking out at $69,000. So that's regarding Bitcoin. For the short term, I am expecting a further pullback, at least back to the 20 EMA, because we want to be holding that as support. We want to back test this level over here around $24,500, because this was a massive resistance level in August and in February. So we want to come back down and retest this level, have a move up to the above this local high that we have, so that we can continue the local uptrend. Now, if we start coming back down to $20,000, that is also going to be good for me, obviously, because I'm going to be buying in. But for everyone who's looking for short to mid-term gains, that's not going to be very good. So if you're entering here just to sell in a few weeks, then I would be more careful, because things can go south real quick. So we could see a massive dip here to $20,000, especially considering the fact that the Fed may increase or have another interest rate hike in June. So if that happens, that's going to go against the investors' expectations, and that is definitely going to bring the markets down. That is for the S&P 500 and the crypto markets. And welcome everyone who's joined the stream. Feel free to leave your requests. We'll take a look at some altcoins. So that's about it for Bitcoin. That's what what I would be expecting. A healthy bounce would be a bounce off the 20 MA on the weekly. If we're going to have a deeper pullback, then I would say $22,000 could be the bottom here. So we could retest this February 2023 low. So yeah, that covers Bitcoin. Now we can start moving into some altcoins. And the first one that I want to talk about is, where is this one? AGIX. There we go. Singularity. So this is the Binance chart, and we can switch over to the daily chart just so we can see what's going on. All right. So essentially what happened here is we created a support level at 31 cents. We had a bounce in March 2023, a move to the upside. Then we went all the way back down below that level. We broke below in May. So 2 months later, we break below that support. And now we're coming back up to retest it as resistance. Technically, we're doing everything we need to be doing. And I think buying in right now wouldn't be very smart. I would be waiting just a bit. If you were buying in here, that's great, because you could have potentially secured a nice 35% profit to the upside. But if you're looking to buy in right now, I mean, if you're buying long term, that's fine, but just expect the price to potentially come back down 30 to 40%, especially if we're going to have the interest rate hike in June. Crypto Archie says, hey there, Archie, how are you doing? We'll hopefully chat a bit later. Paris, hello Paris, welcome. One of our patrons has joined as well. How are you doing, guys? So that's regarding AGIX. So I would definitely be looking for a retest of this lower support level here. So if I just bring out a trend line and we take a price tag, so around 23.5 cents, that would be my first entry. That's where I would be targeting AGIX. Right now, it's a bit overextended in my opinion. The daily RSI is also a bit overextended. As you can see, we were down here in the oversold. That's where you should have been buying if you were looking to buy. Right now, it's a bit too high. What is your favorite altcoin? Paris says. So my favorite altcoin in terms of like the altcoin that I'm most bullish on, it's very hard to choose one, obviously, but I would say Cosmos Atom is going to do well in the next bull market. I think, let's see, what else do we have? I think Near is going to do really good. Injective is going to do really good. I mean, it's hard to choose one specifically, but if I had to choose one, I would probably go with Cosmos Atom. And if we take a look at Atom over here, let me bring out the price chart and let's go to the weekly. And we are potentially looking at $150 per token. So if I remove all of these fibs here real quick, just to show you what are we going to be looking. Obviously, the fibs don't mean that that's exactly where we are going to be going. But usually once you break above the first fib level, so this would be the all-time high at $44, we are usually targeting the 1.618 because that is your technical target. So after breaking $44, you could be targeting $144. And obviously, anyone who's buying in right now, anyone who bought in June, that's going to be a massive, massive pump. And those profits are going to be incredible. So that's where I would, take most of my profits, around $140. You can also, if you want to be a bit more conservative, you can also target the 1.414 at $96 and the 1.272 at $74. But keep in mind, things can get parabolic very quickly. We might have a massive partnership for Cosmos. Anything can happen, and we might see a massive move to the upside going, taking us to $200. So no one knows what the future holds really, but you need to have those targets in advance just because you want to be able to take profits this upcoming bull market and not, sit with your crypto and ride it all the way down to the next bear. Zano Music, hey, hi there, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Can you do an analysis on ARPA? Okay, we'll take a look at that one. And Zano Music asks, have you delved into some predictions yet? We covered Bitcoin at the start of the video. We also looked at AGIX. We covered Cosmos now. So if you want to scroll back down to the start of the stream, you can do that. Also, guys, we're going to be doing this for just around 30 minutes because unfortunately, I do have a lot of recordings to get into today. We might do a stream on Monday because it's Victoria Day in Canada, so we won't have any work. So I'm definitely going to be streaming. We probably will have a juicy stream on Monday. We'll probably do an hour or two. So we'll take a look at ARPA. I haven't heard of that one before. Let's see, ARPA. Okay, so it's listed on Binance already. Okay. And let's switch, let's stay on the weekly chart just for now. Yeah, so the RSI is a bit overextended. You know, we've been sitting here in December, so we definitely had a nice move to the upside since December. So November 2022, a 3x, that's not too bad, but this is still pretty expensive in my opinion because you're essentially buying, when you see these green candles, you don't want to be buying there because that is too expensive. You're definitely going to see a pullback from there. If you want to be, a bit conservative, you can start averaging in over here at around about 0.0385. You do have another support level down below here, which is where the candles closed on the weekly chart in March. So that would be 0.034. So those would be two major support levels for us to hold, and obviously the bear market low, or the presumed bear market low, as we like to say here, is 0.02591, because we still don't know if we are going to be, going into the bull market without a pullback. Obviously, pretty much everyone knows we're going to be seeing another pullback, but as of right now, we can't really say that we're not going to be coming back down to this low. Now, a good thing that I see here is that we broke above our August high, so that is massive. That is a really good thing, but if we don't solidify above this level and we don't hold this level as support and we just break down, then this is going to be basically just a fake out, just like we had a fake out over here. So we do need to secure our position above this level and start holding it as support. So we want to build a foundation there. That's for ARPA. And let's quickly switch over to the daily chart and see what's going on there. So on the daily, we have a bullish cross. We have a nice pump since May 10th. We saw like a 60% pump. Then we saw a pullback of around about 25%. Yeah, this thing is pumping like crazy. I would just, stay away from it just for now, just for the time being, because like I said, we are probably going to be seeing corrections in the market. So I would just be looking at entries below, target these local lows for your entries, because I don't buy into something like this. If you want to buy in right now and you're holding for the long term, that's totally fine. Let's open up the chart, or let's open up the CoinMarketCap page. So $68 million market cap. Okay, so this is a low cap, and it's been trading since 2019. Okay, seems interesting. So, is a decentralized secure computation network built to improve the fairness, security, and privacy of blockchains. The threshold BLS signature network serves as the infrastructure of a verifiable random number generator, secure wallet, cross-chain bridge, and decentralized custody across multiple blockchains. Okay, interesting. And we have this thing trading on Binance, on Coinbase, and also PancakeSwap and SushiSwap. All right, I'm going to save this to my watch list, and I'll take a look at it later. 62% out in circulation. That's not bad. But we have to look into the token unlocks. What is the token unlock system like? Welcome everyone who's joined the stream. Thank you all for your suggestions. Like I said, we're going to do a 30-minute live stream, so I'm not going to drag this out too much. So yeah, that was ARPA. Next up, we do have CQT. All right, Fost says CQT. All right, we'll do that. CQT, another low cap gem that I'm into. Let's open up the chart. There we go. And let's open up the weekly immediately. So CQT has been doing extremely well since this low in September 2022. It has really been pumping. Obviously, we printed this large wick in August, and since then we've seen a 5x. So this was a good buying opportunity. I wasn't buying in over here. My average buy-in price, I think, is somewhere around 13 cents, something like that. If we drop below this blue support block, I'm definitely going to be buying more tokens, as we do have some support levels below the block here. As you can see, we held this level back in June and back in January as well. So this level could hold us if we see a pullback, and CQT doesn't really go down that much with the markets. Yeah, we've seen a 35% move to the downside, but if you compare it with some other low cap altcoins, this thing hasn't been really dumping all that much. So as soon as we break below the blue support block, I'm going to start buying in, because we're definitely going to see a lower move to the downside. What we can do is we can set up a fib retracement here just to see where's our golden ratio. So we're taking this local high in April and we're taking the local low in September. So the golden ratio is going to be here at 0.0960 cents. What we can do is we can set up a support block there just so we can have a good idea of where we're going to be expecting the price. There we go. So that green block is what we're going to be looking forward to. And by the way, did I bring back my Cosmos fibs? Because I think I removed them and I didn't bring them. Yeah, I did. I didn't bring them back. Okay, whatever. So that's regarding CQT. If we're looking at the long-term targets, potentially what we're like for these low caps, it's really hard to lay these fibs and see what are the long-term targets, because anything can happen. We can see 100x, a 200x, a 5000x, no one knows. But if you want to be a bit more conservative, you can obviously target the 1.618 at $11. So from where we are right now, that would be a 9,000. Yeah, that's not a bit conservative. That's a bit ambitious in my opinion. So $11 is a bit ambitious. What we can do instead is we can target the and that's 11,000%. That's from where we are right now. If we go from August last year, that's 25,000%. That is a bit too much, my friend. So what instead we could be doing is from this August low to the 1.272, $3.76. Not too bad, 8,000% to the upside, and a 12,500% to the upside. If we're looking at the 1.414, that's $6 roughly. And let's open up the CoinMarketCap page here. Welcome everyone who's joining the stream. Thank you all for your suggestions. Jim Crypto says, looking good, bro. Bitcoin is still a bit extended, already hit the fib extension. Yes, Bitcoin is a bit overextended. I'm waiting for a further pullback, especially if Jerome Powell is gonna say some weird stuff at the next press conference. We could see a pullback. So Covalent here sitting at a $74 million market cap, 57% out in circulation, and it's been trading since 2021. Yeah. So feel free to check out the project. I do enjoy what they do, and I actually they reached out to me and we had a bit of a chat with their marketing team. So we might do something with them in the future. I did a review on it, so you can check out that in the project reviews playlist on my channel. So that's pretty much it for CQT. Let's take a look at the next request here. Damn, I got all my money in DOT, says Paris. Well, if you have an altcoin and you're buying all in, it's not really healthy, no matter what altcoin it is. If it's Bitcoin, then that's fine. Like if you have your entire crypto selection is only Bitcoin, that's fine. But if it's an altcoin, that's, what if Polkadot scams, right? It's not very likely, but what if it happens and you're just screwed because all your money is in Polkadot? That's not something that I would be doing. So yeah, you can, if you want, Paris, hit me up on Patreon, because this is one of our patrons. Hit me up on Patreon and we can, discuss your portfolio if you want any tips or my advice. I don't know. We can look at your portfolio and see what can be done. Zano Music says, can you look into CSPR and the next DCA points? All right, let's do that. I think I have it on my trading view somewhere. I guess not. Okay, we'll do KuCoin. Let's do the KuCoin chart. And let's open the daily chart. There we go. So CSPR, we had this massive run up from November, I think, right? Let's see where the bottom was here. So that's December 2022, and we saw a 150% to the upside. That's not too much. That's not too much, and we've already seen a 27% pullback. So we're below the 55 EMA, we're below the 20 EMA. This could end up you know, this could end up going a bit lower. You can start targeting these previous highs as your next support, as your immediate support below at 0.0044, as we've broken above that level, as you can see here in April, but we haven't come back down to retest it as support. And that's something that we usually are doing. If it's a healthy uptrend, we should be back testing the previous resistance as support, and we should have a next, move to the upside. But with the way the markets are probably going to play out in the next few months, I don't think we're going to be holding this level. So yes, you can dollar cost average at this level if you are looking to get into the position as soon as possible, and you're just itching to get into this altcoin. But I would probably just put 10% in here, and as we go lower, you can average in as well. Obviously, this March low is going to be a very important level for us to hold, because if you lose that, you're probably going to be retesting some of these lows that we printed back in December. So let's also throw in a fib retracement just to see where the golden ratio is. So what we'll do is we'll take this local high. Hold on. We'll take this local high that we printed in April, and we'll drag it all the way down to the March low. So we have our golden ratio just below this 0.044 support. So you can just grab a rectangle pattern and just add that block there. So that'll be our major support block to hold. Once we lose that, I would target the 786, right? And let's also open up the CoinMarketCap page here, just so everyone can see. The market cap is $540 million, and it's been trading since 2021. We have this token available on KuCoin, Gate.io, OKX, Huobi, and BitHump. And let's see. Yeah, so let's take a look at the market cap. So the market cap has actually been growing. So what this is basically a divergence in the market cap and the price action. So when you're sitting here at $1.27, basically I assume that we had a very small portion of the total supply out in circulation, or I guess they don't have a max supply. So yeah, the circulating supply was probably twice as low. So maybe we're sitting at 5 billion tokens, maybe 1 billion tokens. I don't know what the token inflation is here. But if you take a look at the market cap, like we've been growing gradually from June of 2021. So this just means that a lot of tokens have been dumped into the circulation. That is why there is a divergence between the market cap and the price action. But this, I do know, like I'm getting a lot of suggestions for CSPR, so I definitely should do a review on YouTube, and I'm probably going to be looking into getting into the token, because I have one of my friends who's advising me to buy the token. Thank you everyone who's joining the stream. I do appreciate all of you, and thanks for your requests. So yeah, these are going to be some of these support levels that you can be targeting, and if we drop lower than that, obviously just keep buying, but these are some of the points where we may see a bounce. So just if you set up some of the buy limit orders above every single one of these levels, and you end up seeing a bounce from either one of those, great, you bought in. If it doesn't get here, it doesn't mean that I scammed you. It doesn't mean that the project is a scam. It just means that we didn't drop there. No one knows where exactly are we going to see the reversal. The important thing is that we want to see what are the levels where we can see a bounce. So like I said, it's the previous support levels here and some of the fib levels here that align with this resistance. For example, as you can see, we had a back test of resistance in December, and that was 0.02939. So that's another level that we can be looking at. So that's regarding CSPR. Rabih78 says, greetings, good fellow. Hello there. Thank you for joining the stream. Unmarshal TA. Okay. Crypto Archie says unmarshal TA. And Dream Crypto says Polkadot has a lot of competitors. That is true. A lot of competitors. So I am exposed to Polkadot, I'm exposed to Near, I'm exposed to Cardano. So I kind of dabble in all of them, because I don't want to put all my money into one layer one or into one crypto, and just, if it scams for whatever reason, I don't want to be, on the losing side. Jim Crypto says Casper is a good buy. Almost all the supply is in circulation. Same with XYO. XYO is actually one of the projects that I'm eyeballing as well. So if I do get an opportunity to get into that, obviously my patrons will be advised with all of my buy alerts first. And Paris says, I appreciate you so much. No problem, brother. No problem. Reach out to me on Patreon and we'll talk about your portfolio. All right, so let's do the unmarshal TA and let's see. Haven't heard of this one as well. Okay. Or is it UN Marshall, I guess? Is that the way you say it? All right. So the market cap is, oh, wow, this is below $1 million. So we have 7 million tokens out in circulation. That's only 7% of the total supply. That's okay. That's not really good. Unmarshal is a multi-chain DeFi network of indexers that provides seamless access to blockchain data for DeFi applications. We provide rich, meaningful, and reliable access to data through our decentralized network nodes. We cater data in multiple formats like APIs, WebStops, GraphQL, notifications, and many more without the need of the application developers to decode it into other native applications or into their native applications. Okay, and we've got this thing on KuCoin. Of course, like every single low cap gem is just probably going to be on KuCoin. So I'll add this. Thanks for the suggestion, Crypto Archie, and we'll jump into the, what's the ticker there? Marsh. We'll take a look at the TA side of things, but I assume it has had a nice pump, I guess. Sorry, I'm typing in TA. There we go. We'll take a look at the KuCoin chart. Yeah, it did have a nice pump here. So the bottom was at 0.034 cents, and we saw an 8x, a bit more than an 8x in February, and now we've seen a 66% pullback. So with the current market cap, I say that even right now it's okay to buy in just because of the market cap, because this thing can go parabolic. And yes, you can see a potential 50% drop from there. That only means that you can buy more, right? And this is assuming the fact that you're not putting a bunch of money into these low caps, because you don't want to be, throwing in 50% of your portfolio into low caps. That's just not going to be very smart. So immediately, let's take a look at the local low here at around about 10 cents. I do think we're going to be dropping lower, especially if the markets are going to be seeing a correction after Jerome Powell's speech. So the golden ratio here is sitting at 0.07596. That's a massive level for us to back test if we're able to do that. If not, we have the 786. Like I said, you can't really dive too deep into these low caps, especially like the market cap is below $1 million, guys. What do you want from me? This can absolutely go parabolic. So if you get to $20 million market cap, which is absolutely nothing in the crypto space, that's a 20x from here, guys. 100 million market cap would be 100x. And that's also nothing. That's nothing. That's really easy money. But obviously the project has to have marketing. It has to be a good project that provides utility. So I'm going to have to look into that one, and we'll see. All right, Crypto Archie says NFA. We'll take a look at NFA. Can you watch RSR? What about Moonriver? Low float tokens, small supply in circulation is good for trading. High float is for accumulation. Token unlocks really helps. Unmarshal CoinGecko, I believe, has the correct tokenomics, says Crypto Archie. Let's open up CoinGecko. I should have it bookmarked. Okay, verificación. Okay. There we go. For some reason it was in Spanish, right? I'm not sure why. And let's take a look at Unmarshal. Okay, so we have 45. Okay, yeah. So this sounds way better now. Yeah, 45% out in circulation. That's way better than 7%, Archie. So that boosts up my trust in the project. And market cap price. Okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely be looking into this project. And yeah, you can see there's a divergence sometimes between CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. So yeah, just try to check the projects on both websites, on both platforms. So Archie is asking for NFA. We're going to do one other suggestion because I'm trying to do one per person because we're going to be ending the stream soon. So Pacino says RSR and Daines says Rose, or Rose, I guess. let's take a look at Rose, and that's going to be the final altcoin for this stream, guys. We're probably going to do a stream tomorrow, and we'll do a stream on Monday, like I said. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take a look at all the suggestions, but I do appreciate you guys leaving the requests, and I do appreciate you guys being here on the stream. So obviously, I've done some TA previously on this token. I think we had a Patreon request. So we have a massive support block here from 0.056 down to 0.041. That is going to be a major level for us to hold, as we've seen multiple bounces from the bottom of the block. And we also had a little bit of a fake out here in December, but other than that, every single time we land in this support block, we have a move to the upside. Now, with our moves to the upside, especially in the last year or so, we've seen lower highs. Now that is not something really good. So we're having this horizontal support sort of below us, and we have this descending resistance trend line. This can definitely send us back down below the block. So if you want to have some, extra money on the sidelines that you don't want to invest right now, maybe take a look at 0.034 as the ultimate bottom here, and just set up some buy limit orders there in case we drop below the purple support block. But I would say anything in this purple block is really good for buying. It's good for buying because even now from where we are right now all the way up to the all-time high, that's 1,000%, which is quite a lot. Let's take a look at the market cap here. Oasis Network, $303 million market cap, and let's see if we have the exact same thing for CoinGecko or on CoinGecko. Okay, here the market cap is a bit smaller. Here we are sitting at a $266 million market cap. Let's take a look at the circulating supply. Okay, yeah, there's a divergence again. So I would just advise you going into the explorers, and sometimes on their websites the teams have the actual circulating supply and the market cap, so that would be the correct info. But like I said, this is extremely cheap. This is where I would be getting into the project. It's not very overextended. The RSI hasn't seen a huge move to the upside like some others into the overbought, so this is definitely where you want to be accumulating if you're looking to get into the project. Bro, you are a TA monster. Great job. Can you look at RSR envelope, please? All right, Pacino, we'll take a look at RSR. Thank you very much for the compliment. And that's going to be the last coin then. We'll take a look at RSR, and that'll be it for this stream, guys. Do I have RSR added? Okay, there we go. So jumping into the weekly, I did some tea on it a while ago. Okay, so this is the weekly chart, and let's take a look at what's going on here. So we have our swing high in April, so that's basically our all-time high. From there, we've already dumped 97%, so I would say this is roughly where you want to start accumulating. So we identify our local bottom here in January 2023. That is going to be sitting at 0.002891 cents. That's exactly where we are right now. This is definitely a good buying opportunity for this project, for this token, because the way I'm looking at it right now is this is a good level. We could potentially even see a bounce from here, so we could see a bounce all the way up into that level there. So you might be looking at a swing trade, but if you're even buying for the long term, that is a good buying opportunity. And I can even extend this over here, and we might have a nice resistance level there. So that there is going to be a massive resistance level for us to look out for. Once we break below that or above that, that's going to be a nice thing. That's going to be a bullish signal. We need the volume indicator to confirm that as well. So we need to have something like that in a backtest of support. But you can see that this is a horizontal support, and we have descending resistance trend line. So this is a descending triangle, and usually this is ending up with us breaking below the support. So just be aware of that. We could break down. What you can potentially do is set up a fib and have the 1.618 as your target in case we do that. Or really anything, either one of these three levels could be a massive support. So the 1.271 or the 1.272, the 1.414, and the 1.618. That's where I would be targeting in case we see a lower low. But like I said, once again, this is a good buying opportunity right now. So thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you all for joining the stream. I'm probably going to do a stream tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST, and we'll do a stream on Monday around about 12 p.m. EST. So thank you all for watching once again, and stay safe. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye.